let's start where it all began. So where were you born?
I was born in Maputo, Mozambique.
Mozambique.
Yes. Okay. And when I was 5 years old, my parents moved to Lisbon, Portugal, and then I grew up there. Until I decided as an adult move to London by myself.
Okay. What's your full name?
It's a very long name. Hugo Pedro Moreira da Silva.
So Hugo Boss came from the Hugo.
Yes, Hugo Boss was because obviously my name is Hugo, and then the brand. Growing up, the friends used to, Hugo Boss, Hugo Boss, Hugo Boss. Obviously, I liked the old boss thing. And then when I decided that I wanted to be DJ, for example, I never wanted that Hugo Boss name. I didn't want to copy. That was the whole thing I said. I don't want to copy. That name exists. I want a new one. It's probably not going to be a new one. Somebody has it, but at least it wouldn't be a so famous name. And then I started going places. People invited me to play places, especially this particular crew that I was working with. And I kept putting my name on Facebook and flyers as DJ Hugo Boss.
Okay.
And I kept saying, no, that's not my DJ name.
Because a lot of people, they see the artist name, but they don't know if it's a real name or
yes.
The
first name is a real one.
So you moved to Portugal, and if I may ask, what were your parents' names?
My dad's name is Jose. My mom is Luisa.
What was their profession?
My mom was a secretary, office secretary, and my dad was. I don't know how to say in English. He was a director of companies that work with construction companies, and then but specialized in air conditioning. So he was the director of one of these companies. He did many little jobs, because they really came. They left Mozambique just because of the situation with the war that was going on, and then they left because Mozambique was not in a good situation politically and financially. Like they had a lot of money, but they had no goods to buy. So they moved to Portugal with just the bags, really, looking for work. So they didn't have a job when they moved. They moved. My dad's one of his older brothers were already there. We lived in his house. We were like 4, 5, 6, 7, 12 people in a 2-bedroom house. That's with some kids. Because only one of them had a house already, so we struggled for like a year living like that until we found our own place. And my dad he had that profession, but he did many little jobs just to provide.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
One sister, one younger sister. Yeah, she lives in Lisbon.
And how was your childhood, like growing up? Do you remember the period in Mozambique?
See, in Mozambique, no, I vaguely remember a few things. We were running around in the corridor, the building with the long corridor. So very few things. I only know because Mozambique, although it's home, I grew up in Portugal. Mozambique was just holiday, so I just go back home on holiday. One day we'll get back for good. We'll see. So sort of, I kind of have 2 homes, or maybe 3 now, kind of. Because Mozambique is in my heart, but then I grew up in Portugal, so I relate a lot with Portugal as well because of that. And I've been living in London for almost 14 years now. So.
You had a fun childhood?
Yes, yeah, I'm lucky that I really have a fun childhood. Not these days with the iPads and the Xbox, none of that. We actually played in the streets. Yes.
Like, did you like different kind of music, Mozambique music, African music? Did you like everything?
Yes, I always liked everything because my mom and dad used to mostly my mom. My dad is not that much of a music guy, but my mom is. So my mom would be, on Sunday or Saturday, she'll do the housework and she'll play some music. She liked a lot of Brazilian music, Roberto Carlos, Nelson Ned, Zeca Pagodinho. So she liked a lot of Brazilian music. So I grew up listening to a lot of it, and Zouk. So she liked Zouk, Paulo Flores, and the Brazilian music. So that's what most I would hear at home with my parents.
So you grew up basically with music around the house?
Yes.
And the DJing, when did it start?
This started in 2010, summer 2010. Well, I had the passion for DJing years before that I decided somehow I have this interest with this thing. I bought an equipment, played at home all the time. But funny enough, it was never meant to be a kizomba DJ. You know, I was familiar with it, but when I wanted to be a DJ, it was house music and hip hop. That's what I wanted, and I started that way. I did a few little gigs, small ones, and then I ended up in kizomba by accident. I went to a club with a friend. The promoter of the club was there. Him being a promoter, saying, "Oh, let me Facebook, I'll send you links of our parties." Then he goes and sees my pictures. One of the pictures was me DJing. So he assumed, because I wasn't, he assumed I was a kizomba DJ, which at the time I wasn't. And then he said he wanted me to be part of their crew. It's in London called Kizomba UK. It's when I started playing kizomba. And I just was cheeky. I said, yeah, fine, I'll do it. So I spent 1 week at home practicing because he wanted me to do a mixtape. So I had the music, so let me practice. 1 week at home, practice, failed so many times until I eventually made one that I thought was good. And now when I hear back, I'm thinking, really? So that's how I started. I made a mixtape, give it to him, and he said, okay, we like it. Please join our crew. And then from there, I ended up being here. I don't even know why.
That was 2010. Yeah?
2010 summer.
And how were the kizomba parties back then in the UK? How was the kizomba scene?
It was. What can I say? Seems like it has more numbers now and there's more parties going on, but I'm not sure if that's actually healthier than what it was before. I think people were just having fun before. Now there's more people, either politics or business or looking at how the other guys dance. They're not just going, loosen out, smile, and then go home and sleep. I think it was healthy 6 years ago. It doesn't mean that it's not healthy now. But yeah, I think that's what it is.
What do you prefer, for example, as a DJ? Like, do you like more electronic new things, or do you like more like live bands?
Yes.
One playing music?
See, it's a bit strange because some people will say he's the ghetto zouk DJ, and others will say he's the traditional DJ. I'm not really sure. I think I'm sort of everything because I do like the strong beats, electronic. I do like some. I just don't like too much of them in one night. I even enjoy myself while I'm playing those things. I get the buzz as well because they're cool. As long as it's for a short period, so people can have a little bit of everything. Because I believe in you're going to kizomba night and you have a bit of everything. I'm supposed to take you on a journey from one end side of the world to the other side of the world, and I would love all the nights to be there. Somehow I get the thrill, obviously, if we play certain songs that we somehow relate to, especially, let's say, the old ones, that somehow we reminisce about when we were small kids, or when we used to go to this club, or when we start going out to that club. So certain songs would touch, and those ones obviously would be the ones with the instruments, the ones from Cabo Verde especially, is the one that would touch me the most while I'm playing. If I had to listen to kizomba at home, those are the ones I would listen to and go back to the retro zouk. If I'm at home listening to kizomba and retro zouk, that's what I would do. I wouldn't listen to the new stuff. Unless I have to, because I really have to listen to music. Although I don't as much as I should. I'm very bad.
The older generation is on the music and the new one. What do you think is coming tomorrow? What do you think is the future of the music?
Yes. Unfortunately, from what I've seen, I think it's going down. It's whatever it was before, we're losing a bit. Unfortunately, I think it's because of the market. The kizomba is now in so many countries around the world that everybody would want a piece of it, but then everybody would change. They will grab something, and somehow I don't know why people want to change it to their own ways. And then I understand the students will get confused that I would say this is kizomba, then the next person would say no, kizomba is not this, it's that. And to the ear of the people that don't speak Portuguese, for example, for them it's easier. I understand why it's easier for them to go to certain beats. Because it's just easier, the ones that sing in English and the electronic ones, for them they might relate a lot more than if I played them a Kiako or Tawanka does, they will relate more. So I suppose that's why this commercial side is growing faster than the kizomba side. Well, I would hope that the musicians continue to make the good music they've been making. I would hope that they realize that because of the growth of the interest and the dancers, they should provide us with more music. So I ask them to work harder than what they do, so they can a bit more and quality as well, because like you said, many do music not for the dance, or do music for them, and I would ask them to continue doing what they do, but do more music for the dance floor, because we are in need. It's always growing so much that we do need, and I think a lot of the singers don't realize how big this is. I think they have no idea until they're put in a place like this, for example. I think once they realize how big this is, they would have the urge and the energy to work a little bit hard, I believe.
What's attracting now people actually to Kizola? Why are they attracted now and not 10 years ago?
Oh, that's a very good question indeed. I never thought of that. Why now and not 10 years ago? In terms of sound, very tricky. I'm confused now myself. But you're right, there are many singers, or there are many songs that as a DJ you play today, for certain singers that I even question them, that why are you not making music? There's certain singers that I questioned like a month ago, that now because the growth of Kizomba, they sort of reappear. You were here 20 years ago, and then you now reappear again, but you reappear with the same songs from 15 years ago, which for me, it doesn't make sense. Especially if you as a musician, it's your work, you would get more work if you work a bit harder. Go to I think I'm not asking too much, go to the studio, do something new, because you've seen that the people want it, but you keep touring with the same songs all the time. I think that's very bad, even for the Kizomba world, because sometimes I'm like, him again, I don't even bother to go, because I saw him last month. He doesn't have no music, so I'm not going to go there. They should do more, and the quality. You might be absolutely right. With the technology today, a lot of people can record quality music in their bedroom, so it makes it a lot easier for music to come out. There's so many singers that it seems like we keep playing the same old school songs, because these singers are out there, but they're not making any music. So we cannot play their new music because they're just not making it, and they should make. Because like you said, with the technology, it's easier to make better quality music these days. Maybe they don't need to invest so much money in the studio. For example, I would say to attract people to the Kizomba, this way you play the new stuff. All the new stuff, you bring them here, and once they're here, then you start showing them something else. I think that's the clever way to do it. A lot of guys will just go into, they're very focused on, I believe in this, you need to learn this. I don't see it that way, because people are allowed to like what they want to like. You bring them here, somehow attract them here. That's why they do sales in shops. You want to buy clothes, but you only go to the shop when it's sales. So does that mean you do sales? You bring him here, and then you show something else. Say, look, we also have this. What do you think? Some will like, some won't.
Dance is obviously, new things are coming, but is it connected, do you think, with the new music we will talk about?
Well, yeah. As far as I know, yes, the dance is connected, but it's not to everybody. Because certain guys we see dancing, they're not really following the music. Which it doesn't make no sense to me. As far as I know, we only dance because we have music. Without music, we wouldn't dance. So we should respect the dance. Respect with your own creativity, and respect the dance. What I feel is that a lot of people just want to dance. It doesn't really matter what's being played. They will dance whatever they want to dance. And I think in a way that might break the vibe of certain nights, that anything you will play, people will just dance that way. As far as I know, you're meant to play house music, you dance house music. Not necessarily like that, but this is just me personally. Personally, I like to be diversity and every type of things, but it hurts me when somebody doesn't really care about the music. That's what it hurts me. You just concentrating on dance. It doesn't matter what's being played. I want to dance this way. Okay, you're free to dance, but it hurts because as much as I'm not 100% dancer, I love to see people enjoying the music. And sometimes you look and think, come on, do something else. For example, it's just like you play Semba and somebody's doing Tarashinha to Semba. And you're like, okay, you're free to do what you want, but in a way it doesn't really make sense. It's Semba, especially if it's a live Semba, you're meant to free yourself. Do something. I'm not saying do the Semba steps that A or B taught you. No, do your Semba steps, your own way, but not do something completely the opposite of what is meant to. I'm not saying doing classes on the dance floor, not that, but try to follow the music. That's what I mean. I just ask to follow the music the best way that people can.
How much freedom do you think we can have with all this new music coming?
No, I think we should have, for example, as dancers, all DJs, musicians, we should have as much freedom as we wish. I believe, because I think if it wasn't for freedom, certain things wouldn't be invented, including maybe kizomba. So I believe there are maybe a pattern of certain rules to follow, but only a few. And then it's about creativity. And I will not take the way kizomba it is today. As you know, there's certain things that I really don't like to see. But I will never take away their creativity and do something. But I believe that if you create a dance or a song, create, label it, and then don't what's the word? Because people are getting the wrong information, and then somehow kizomba is being lost only because people get the wrong information.
So you think we should keep what we have and try to preserve it, even though we create new things? We should try to keep what we have already.
I think certain rules, not all of them, because it evolves and things change, and music has been changed from when kizomba started being made, when Eduardo Dupin was making. Today, it's done different. There's more instruments, there's more technology, but I think the core somehow stays there. The heart is there. The sounds change, but the heart is still there, and that's what I believe. Certain guys will come up with new sounds. Puto Português comes up with something that people will say, "You're so young. How come you sing this type of music? Like, this is meant to be music that the old people sing." But he's a very young guy singing his music, and I believe that he does a good job. I'm not saying everybody should follow them. All the electronic people that love the electronic music should continue doing the electronic music. I like some of them, and I like to play some of them. But they should just try to not confuse people so much, because when the word kizomba comes, certain people would do things that is not kizomba. But the people will assume kizomba. It's like I'm at the club playing Matias Damasio and somebody asks me when are you going to play kizomba? So what do I answer to that? I'm thinking, well, as far as I know, I'm playing kizomba. But they were taught something else by someone that used their creativity, but they didn't create a new name. Now I see the separation of names, separation of rooms. It took a while, so it's like we've got to fix a little bit, because it was lost a little bit. Now people are starting to understand, totally understand the difference, and it's cool. I don't mind people come, because these other guys, what they do, somehow they bring people into this. They might be doing another style of dance, but they bring the people, and the people will eventually look around and say, "Oh, what is that?" And slowly we'll preserve. Of course, while we preserve, I don't believe that we should just stick to the old stuff. No, let's bring the new stuff as well, because some old stuff is not good either. I don't like all the old stuff. Some of them I don't, some of them I do. So but I believe that it's good in a way. I don't like certain things, but it's good in a way that they're there, because in a way they sort of helping us out at the same time.
Cool. What is your favorite word?
Sex.
What is your least favorite word?
Urban.
What turns you on? And I don't mean this like in general.
In general.
Like what gets you up?
Good question. What gets me up that much?
What excites you? What turns you on?
Like if it's in general, it's complicated. If it was just what turns me on in general?
Yeah, what turns you on?
Yeah, I know it's supposed to be quick, but you confuse me when you say it's got to be in general, not just what turns me on? Food.
Okay, what turns you up?
Ooh, bad breath.
Bread. When you dance or in general?
Well, in general, sometimes you want to say something, you say hello to somebody, hello.
Okay, who is your favorite singer?
Is this music in general?
Yeah,
My favorite singer of all time. Who? You said you mean my favorite singer?
Singer, yeah.
We're talking just
yeah,
song?
of all time. Your favorite singer?
Who could that be? Michael Jackson.
Who is your least favorite singer?
Zé Cabra.
São lágrimas caindo do meu rosto.
Because he has some voice.
Yeah, but he made a song. It was popular, really famous.
sing.
Doesn't sing. Okay.
Okay. What is your favorite curse word?
Curse word.
Yeah, swearing. I don't know.
I don't know. Should we have a favorite? I'm not sure if I have a favorite. Maybe it's the F words, I would say.
So in English, yeah?
Oh.
It can be in any language. What's your favorite?
It can be any language. Okay. See,
You can say it. It's okay.
Can I say it? I don't
of
know.
course you can say it. No,
I thought this was for family.
No, no censure.
Okay, I would say cocksucker.
English. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Me? Profession out of my own. Footballer. I like to play football.
Did you ever play?
Yeah, I did. I used to, and it actually was one of my dreams, and that's what I thought. Many years ago, I thought that's what I was going to do for a living.
Oh, Portugal won last night, barely, but won.
They would do good with me there.
Okay. What profession would you never like? What profession would you never like to do?
Never like to do. What would I never like to do?
Gynecologist?
Yeah.
What?
Because you would see so many pussy and you can't have them all.
If you were a superhero, what would be your superpower?
Superpower. There's quite a few that I would love to do, but I think the one superpower that I would do would be if you watch the series Heroes,
Yeah.
the Japanese guy, the one that travels in time. Yeah, the one that stops.
Yeah, he can actually move anywhere.
Yeah. So you know when he stops the time, but he can move. Yeah.
Yeah, so teleportation. Basically.
Yes.
What's your message to the new generation coming in dance and music? Something would you like that you would like for the next generation to know, to have, to send a message to them? Your word of positivity.
I would say, once you feel the interest of Kizomba, you want to join in the dances, the clubs, the parties. I would say, try I know people are like I like this. Nobody's gonna tell me that I don't like this. I understand that, but I would say try your best to understand the Kizomba world, a bit of everything, and then you make your choice. I would say, look, you come, I'll give you this, the commercial, the instrumental, the urban, bachata, whatever. And then you have a little bit of everything, and then you choose what you want. And then by saying that is that I'm sure a lot of people will fall in love for the Kizomba world. That today they follow one trend because it's what's popular. Because I've seen people that once they start drinking a little bit of the other water, they find something else and they start dancing with more heart. I'm not trying to say that the ones that like what I like have a heart and the other ones don't. I believe that the other ones are too concentrated on just dancing and not on closing your eyes, enjoying the music, maybe sometimes not even dancing. You listen to a song, and I would like to see the people to do what I do in a way, is that sometimes a song is so good that it's been played to and you don't even want to dance. You just want to close your eyes, sing along and stay there. Even if I was asked to dance, I'm saying, this song please, let me just enjoy this moment. I love this song, I want to just hear it and sing it to the lyrics and remember when I start dancing Kizomba. That's what I would love. I would love people to all be there with the heart and not just in a robot. You think I'm going to dance from the first song to the very last song, dance, 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 bring my dancing shoes, go home tired. And I think those people they're missing some fun in between the dancing that they do. They're missing a little bit. So that's what I would ask them to try to understand a bit more, investigate, go and see this, go and see that, and then make your own choice. But I'm sure a lot of you guys would find something that you didn't expect it to find.
That's a nice message. Muito obrigado, mano.
Não, obrigado eu.
In northern Portugal, we speak really with a lot of curse,
Bad words.
Okay.
So, and they are very released.
Yeah.
And in a normal speech, when we are with friends, like the words just come out really.
Yeah.
But there is one word that I like to say it. It's